Yeah, guys. Hello. Good morning, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone, guys, can you please confirm? Is I'm audible?
Yes, audible.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, right. Just a second. Right. So let's continue, guys, from the last session. But what we are discussing here is, guys, we are not going to discuss about the whatever we have been got discussed. We are not continuing that particular discussion. So we are going to discuss something which is going to be, we have just some topics we have left in the middle, guys. The topics we have been got left here. So let us discuss about those particular points, guys. Okay. So this is a very small topics, guys. You can you can learn it and easily we can do that. But from my side also, let me discuss about this particular concept, guys. Very easy. So in the transforming of the data. So once you transform the data, so we have seen how to import the data, guys. And I already uploaded the data sets, guys. You can download the data sets, materials. I also uploaded some MCQs I uploaded, interview based questions I have given you guys. All this you can later, but for the timing, download the data sets and work with them, guys. Okay. So once again, quickly, guys, how to import the data set. Once again, I'll tell you guys, get data. If you want to get the data from a text or a CSV file, select this option, guys. Select your required file, which file you want to import. Select the required file and just click on open, guys. Okay, it's very easy, guys. Just selecting the file and just clicking on OK. So we can see the data was loaded, guys. What is the data set, guys? This is going to be some data set relevant to some kind of a mushrooms data set, guys. The data set is going to be something called as a mushrooms data set. The data was loading, guys. Simple, we can load the data. But sometimes it is not loading the data properly, guys. If it is not loading the data properly, we have to transform the data, guys. Simple, guys. It's very simple activity. Simple. It is going to be read the data from CSV file. If you want to read the data from Excel workbook, this is going to be Excel workbook, guys. So the extension is going to be .xlsx files. It is going to be .xlsx files is going to be the name of that particular the file, guys. What is an Excel workbook? Excel workbook is a collection of sheets. So one file can contain multiple sheets it can contain, guys. If it contain only one sheet, no problem. If it contain multiple sheets also, we can import it, guys. So we can import the data from multiple sheets. Currently, there is only one sheet is there. I'll select the sheet, guys. It is nothing but some data which is relevant to some online data. It is going to be there, guys. So this is the data what we can see. Click on the load data set. Like that, we can just import the data, as many data sets we can import, guys. After importing the data, guys, we are going to be having something what we are going to call it as how to enter the data also. As I told you, sometimes to understand the concept in a easy way, let us try to insert the data, guys. You can view all this data here, guys. See there is a table view is there. Go to the table view. Just now, what are the two tables we important, guys? One is going to be the table called as an online retail data set, guys. See there, it is an online retail data set, guys. And apart from that, mushrooms data set. This is the data set which is related to mushrooms. Columns are not properly formed, guys. I'll show you how to make the, we already know how to make the columns to be formed properly. Then what we have done, guys, transform data. Or else even we can do like this also, guys. Right click on the mushrooms data set and simply click on the edit query, guys. It will open something called as an Power Query. It is going to open, guys. It is a Power Query. See there, guys, the headers are not formed properly. So if the headers are not formed properly, what we have to do? In the last class, we have seen about this option, guys. Use the first row as the headers. Now you can see that these are the different types of mushrooms, P, E. Don't worry, what is that P, what is the E? Later we'll discuss about that. We are not doing analytics on that. We are only discussing about how to import the data and how to clean up the data, guys. Okay, so this is how we can import the data. From here also, guys, from Power Query also, we can import the data, guys. See there, it is going to be Excel workbook, text or a CSV file. If you want to get more from more data sets, click on the more. So we are going to get a lot of options. We can select the required option. Whatever the option you require, we can select the required options, guys. Okay, now have a look into that. Once again, guys, this is enter data. This is your enter data, guys, where we can enter the data manually. I told you no, guys, we can enter the data manually, guys. So any data set we can enter, just column names, add up the column names, whatever the column names you want to add. Just click on this button, guys, enter data button. your window is going to becomes like this. Whatever the data set you require, you can just give whatever the names you want to require it, guys. Like for example, any data set I can give it, guys. So any data, whatever the data is going to be there, like what is going to be something like what is the transaction ID? Just an example, guys. What is the transaction ID? In a banking, let us say what is going to be transaction date. It is going to be transaction date, guys. Some transaction date I'm going to give it. And apart from that, it is going to be what is the transaction amount. Just I'm writing it as a T amount. And what is the transaction type? Generally in a banking systems, how the transaction ID will be there. Just an example, guys. 123 is the transaction ID. What is the transaction date? It is on 17/02/2024. What is the transaction amount? 5,000. It is going to be credit. You can just enter the data manually, guys. Just remove the column. Extra column has created, guys. Right click and delete the column, guys. Come here, add a row. It is going to be adding a row, guys. Something which is going to be 478. What is going to be the transaction date? 17, which is 02/2024. What is the transaction amount, which is going to be 10,000? It is going to be something like a debit. Enter some data, guys. Whatever the data you require, you can just enter the data. So 16, which is going to be 02/2024. 16, which is going to be 02/2024. What is going to be the transaction amount, which is going to be 3,000. It is also going to be credit. Let us say that this is going to be nothing but, let us say that bank transactions. It is going to be bank transactions. Like that, you can enter the data as you require, guys. So this is the data sets I have created. So where is the data? Bank transactions. We know how to create the groups also, guys. Total how many tables we imported, we created. Total 14 tables we created, guys. So HR related tables, I kept some tables. Sales related tables, I kept some same tables. And other queries also, we have kept some tables. So see, this IRIS dataset is having some error. Why it is having the error? Because it does not have the headers. So that is the reason we removed the headers basically. So that is the reason why we got it, guys. We can rename the headers and all these things. Later we'll see the applications. Don't worry. So as I told you now, don't forget to apply, guys. Unless and until you don't apply here, those will not be saved in your system. So we have to make the changes. Okay. Now already we have started working, guys. Already we have seen merge queries. Last class we have seen replace values. Already we discussed use the first row as a headers, how to change the data type, choosing the columns and removing the columns. Once again, I'll quickly review, guys. What is the choose columns and remove columns? Which columns you want to choose, which columns you want to remove. That's it. So see, there are some columns are there. I don't want all these columns. For example, see the mushrooms data set. I don't require all these columns, guys. I want only some specific columns only I require it. So why should I keep all these columns? So do we have the option is there. Choose columns. It will show you the list of columns, guys. Which columns you want to select it, select them. Which columns you don't require, just deselect them, guys. Does not matter. I am selecting some 4 or 5 columns I'm selecting, guys. Click on OK. Only those particular 5 columns, only those columns only it is going to be keeping. Remaining columns, it has been removed, guys. Now see this, I can undo the step here, guys. Remove the other columns. I want to remove the other columns, guys. What are the step we applied? I told you. Power BI will completely maintains all this information is maintained, guys. So what you can do is just we can delete this step here, guys. Once you delete the step, again it will undo. Again we'll get all the data as usually, guys. Okay. Now apart from that, what there is another option is there. Go to columns. What is the go to column, guys? Because we are selecting a column. I want to go to some column. I want to perform some operation. Yes, we are able to select the columns when there are very few number of columns. But whenever we want to search for a column, see there, guys, there are some around 23 columns are there. I cannot check manually. I cannot check it manually. Then easy option is go to the required column as required, guys. Which column you require? For example, I want to go to whale color. I need not to search it manually. Simply click on OK. You will directly go to the whale color. It is going to be. I want to go to some other column. So it is going to be go to column. Which column you want to go? I want to go to the type. What is going to be the type of the mushroom? It is the first column. Like that. Whenever you want to navigate from somewhere, which is going to be from one column to another column, you choose the option called as go to column. And whenever you want to just select the required columns, whatever the columns you require, then what we can do is, it is going to be something like this, what we can do the application, guys. Okay. So this is the way how basically we can just work and we can see the application like this, guys. Okay. So that's it. That is going to be how basically we can just work and we can see the required applications we can see, guys. Okay. That's it. That is going to be the basic idea, guys. And this is how we can understand this particular applications like this. This is already we done, guys. And remove columns. What is meaning of remove columns, guys? Opposite of keep columns. So which columns you want to remove, which columns you want to remove. I selected remove columns. What columns you remove? I can select the columns, guys. Multi-select, control plus click. You can select control plus click, guys. Control plus click means it will be multi-select. Now I selected 5 columns. I want to remove these 5 columns. So we are having the remove columns option is there. Or else remove other columns. Other than these columns, it will remove the remaining columns, guys. It is something like same like you were. Previously, we have selected the option called as choose columns. So choose columns, remove other columns. Both of them are same, guys. So why? Because when you selected the choose columns, whatever the columns we have chosen, those it will keep. Remaining columns, it will remove. Remove columns is also the same thing. Remove other columns. Whatever the columns I selected, leave them as it is and remove the other column, because all columns are not required for us, guys. If you have all the columns, we'll get confused with all these columns. I require only 3-4 columns only required. So select only those particular columns and remove all the other columns. We can remove them, guys. Okay. So this is already we have discussed. It is going to be choose columns and remove columns, guys. The only leftover topic is these are the options, guys. They will take a little bit time. We'll try to conclude them. We'll complete it, guys. It's not that much complicated. It's very easy. Okay, you can just study it very easily, guys. What is the next option is going to be nothing but, guys, you can see very clearly, reduce rows. It is going to be reduce rows is an option, guys. What is reducing the rows? We are going to decrease the number of rows, guys. For example, let me select this particular some students table. Let us just imagine that it's a students table, guys. Just an easy, because if you work with a larger data sets, we'll get confused with that. If you work with a smaller data set, easily we can work with them very easily, guys. Okay. Now let us say that just to make you understand, let me insert some extra data also, guys. Let me add the data 1004. 1004. Name, any name. I think we have inserted some more data also. Students data. Dim customer, used cars. Okay, fine. XYZ, I think that is in 9:30 AM batch I have inserted. This is a different one. Okay. Salary is 4,000 and department number of 20, guys. Just randomly insert some records, guys. 1007, 1008, 1009, and which is going to be 1010. 1010. What is the e-names? Just any names, guys. Randomly only just give it, does not matter. So any names you can give in, just leave it as it is. It is going to be 3,000, 3,500, let us say 4,000, let us say 4,200, and let us say 4,000, 3,700. Delete it, guys. Delete this row. I want 10 rows, sufficient. 20, 30, 10, anything randomly you give in, guys, does not matter. And this is going to be 20, guys. So there is a lot of advantage if you edit, if you enter the data, guys, you can easily edit the data. But whatever the data we imported, we can't edit this data, guys. We can't edit this data as you require. If we click on this edit button, you can't edit this. If you want to edit this, you have to go to the file and there we have to edit it. But we cannot edit in Power BI. But whatever the data you entered manually, we can edit the data, guys. Okay, this is your students data. Very easy, very simple, guys. First, we'll start with keep rows. Very easy, guys. Keep top rows. What is meaning of keep top rows, guys? That means I want to keep the rows, which is going to be the first 5 rows, the first 10 rows, or the first 100 rows. I want to keep only the first top rows only I want to keep, guys. Very easy, guys. See there. Keep rows. One important thing, guys, whether you select employee number, employee name, salary, department number, you select any column, it does not matter. It does not matter, guys. Whatever the columns you selected, it does not matter, or whatever the row you selected does not matter. See there. Keep the rows, keep top rows. You can easily verify each and every one, guys. I want to keep only the first 5 rows only, guys. So I select the 5 and I click on OK. What it will do, it will keep only the first 5 rows only. See there, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Only the first 5 rows only it has kept, remaining it has been deleted, guys. So why I'm showing you on the 10 records, guys? Because it will show you very clearly. For example, if I go to some IRIS data set, and if I say keep the 20 records, keep the 50 records, you can't find it off. You can do that. But really, is it keeping the first 5 records or removing the last 5 records? We cannot differentiate it. That's why I'm showing you on a smaller data sets. I'm going to show you guys. Clearly, we can see the step, guys. Keep the top rows. It is going to be nothing but the keep, which is going to be the top 5 rows. Keep the top 3 rows. Only the first 3 rows only it will keep, guys. It will keep the only the first 3 rows only, guys. Next, how to keep the, which is going to be bottom rows. I want to keep only the bottom rows only I want to keep, guys. Then what we have to do? Simple, keep the bottom rows. So I say which is going to be 5, guys. So whenever I said which is going to be 5, then what it is going to do is it is going to keep the bottom 5 rows it will keep. By removing the remaining rows, it will remove, guys. That means previously whatever the records are there, maybe 100 records are there, 200 records are there. Keep only the last 5 records only it is going to keep, guys. Click on OK. It is going to keep only the bottom 5 rows only, guys. Clearly we can see 1006, 07, 08, 09, and 10. Only the last 5 rows only it is going to be keeping, guys. Like that, whenever I don't want all the records, guys. So let us say that my table contains so many records, but I don't want to keep all the records, only the first 100 records or only the last 100 records. So whenever I want to filter like that, then I'm going to use this concept called as the keeping the rows. And clearly we can see, guys, it is nothing but reducing the number of rows, guys. How many rows are there? It is reducing the number of rows. See there is a user cars data set is there, guys. Totally how many rows are there? It is going to be, actually there are going to be, I think I deleted some records, guys. Actually we should have some records, 142 records are there, guys. See at the bottom it is showing you. Totally 142 records are there, 6 columns of data is there. You know how to remove the columns. You know how to keep the columns, how to remove the columns. I'm talking about number of rows, guys. So I want to keep only the top 20 rows only. So it is going to be the last 20 rows, first 20 rows. Only the first 20 rows only it is going to keep, guys. Okay. After that, I want to keep from this 20 rows, I want to keep the last 10 rows only I want to keep it, guys. Then we can specify that. It is going to be keep, which is going to be bottom rows. I said bottom 10 rows. It is going to be bottom 10 rows. From here only, the last 10 rows, it will keep it, guys. Execute. It is going to be finally keeping only which is going to be 10 rows. It is going to keep, guys. So which rows you require, which rows you don't require, just we can select this particular option, guys. Where to use it? I'll show you an example, guys. I'll show you an example, one practical example I'll show you, guys. Now, anybody can help me, guys? Anybody can help me? Can anybody tell me, guys, how to remove, for example, let us say that I'll tell you one small scenario, guys. Tell me how to remove the records, guys. Let us say this, guys, easy to understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You know how to keep the first 5 rows? You know how to keep the first 5 rows, guys. And as well as you know how to keep the last 5 rows, we know that. But this time my question here is, I want to keep only these records, guys. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Only these 5 records I want to keep, guys. Can anybody help me, guys, how to do this example? Anybody? Anyone, guys? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only these 5 records only I want to keep. I want to remove the remaining records, guys. Anybody? What you have to do, guys? Yeah, guys, what you have to do?
First remove first 3 rows.
Huh? No, just carefully. Currently, you know how to keep the records only, not removing of records. So think and tell me now. How can you remove the first 3 rows? Currently, we know only how to keep the rows only, we know that. We didn't discuss about how to remove the rows. So tell me with respect to keep rows. Think, guys, think a little bit logically. So tell me how many rows you want to keep initially? Anyone,
Sorry,
guys?
first 5 rows we keep
No, no,
in
no.
first.
First 5 rows means it will only the first 5 rows will come. Remaining will be deleted, right? See, up to where you want to keep the records, can you tell me up to which record? 8th record, right? So tell me what you have to do. First keep rows is equal to 8. How do you keep? Got the point? Keep rows is equal to 8, guys. So whenever I said keep rows is equal to 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 records will come. Now I want to keep the last 5 records. I want to keep it. So what we have to do now, which is going to be nothing but keep the bottom rows. How many bottom rows you want to keep now? All of you are able to understand, guys, what I'm asking that. It is going to be keep the bottom rows is equal to 5. See what you have to do, guys. First you have to pick you are saying that I want to get from 4 to 8 records. I want to get it. So 4 to 8 means what we have to do? First we have to keep the first 8 records. So first 8 records it will keep. And after that, what it is going to do? I'm going to keep this particular records here now. So what I'm going to do that this way, or else as you are saying that you can also do in a different way. You can do in a different way, guys. How can you delete the first 3 rows? That mechanism is there. How can you delete the first 3 rows, guys? You say that keep the bottom rows equal to, which is going to be except the 3 rows, I want to get the remaining rows. So keep the bottom is equal to 7 because I know that there are 10 records are there. I want to get the bottom 7. So when I said bottom 7, I'm going to get these records. I'm going to get in, guys. Then you have to say that which is going to be keep top, which is going to be nothing but it is 5, guys. So anyway, you can work with them, guys. So first what you do is first you keep the bottom 7 and then from there keep the bottom top 5. Or else what you do is first you have to pick the top 8 we have to pick and then we have to keep the bottom 5 we have to keep it. So anyway, you can work with an application, guys. See there, I'm going to show you this application, guys. Let me show you the syntax. Go to the students table. I want 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want these 5 records, guys. So what you have to do now, first I'll show you with the keep top rows. Which rows you want to keep now? Top, which is going to be 8 rows I'm going to keep, guys. Top 8 rows I'm going to be keeping, guys. When I pick the top 8 rows, what is happening? 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 8, we are getting it, guys. But I want only these 5 last records. Then I'm going to say that keep, which is going to be the bottom rows. How many you want to keep? I can keep the last 5 records, guys. See there, we have got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have got it. So this is one technique. This is one technique, guys. Otherwise, what we can do in a reverse order. So first I will do one thing. I'll want to start from 104 or 1004. Remove the first 3. Remove the first 3 means how can you remove that? I have to select the bottom rows, 7. The bottom rows are going to be 7, guys. You will get it. Now, except the last 3, last 2, I want to get the remaining records. So I'm going to say that keep, which is going to be top 5 rows. I'm going to do that. So a little bit confusion, but you can understand it carefully, guys. Anyhow, instead of doing all these things manually, guys, there is a direct option called as, instead of doing like top, it's going to be first 8 and then picking the bottom 5 or keeping the bottom 7 and then keeping the top 5. Instead of doing all these things directly, we have some option called as a range. We can directly specify where to where, guys. So range, where is going to be where you want to start. What is your first row? So where you want to start it, guys? I want to directly start from the 4th row. How many rows you want to keep? The number of rows you want to keep is going to be 5, guys. So starting from the 4th row, I want to keep the 5 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will keep from 4 to 8. It is going to keep it. No need to do it in 2 steps, guys. We can do it everything in a single step. So once again, I'm saying, guys, all these are going to be, you can understand only if you do the practice. Simply, if you just listen and go away, you can understand what is that. But once you really require to implement them, you will get a lot of confusion for that. So see there, guys, we have the 2 options we have discussed. Keep rows, keep the top rows, keep the bottom rows. Instead of that one, we can also have a keep the range of rows, guys. See there, guys, keep the range of rows. Where is your first row? Specify the range of the rows. Where you want to start your first row? I want to start from 4th. Easy, guys. First row is equal to 4. Number of rows is equal to 5, guys. Done, guys. Over. No need to pick the first 8 and then I have to pick the bottom 5 or I have to pick the bottom 7 and then we have to pick the top 5. All these are not required, guys. Where you want to start? I want to start from the 4th row. How many rows you want to read? I want to read the 5 rows. Over. Done. Okay, guys. Single operation, guys. So you can pick the top rows, you can pick the bottom rows, you can pick the range of rows, guys. Easy, guys. Very easy. Keep the top rows, keep the bottom rows, keep the range of rows. Top rows means from the top, how many rows you want to keep. Remaining rows, it will delete. If I said keep 10, it will keep the first 10. Remaining, how many are there? 10 may be there, 100 may be there, or 30,000 may be there, guys. Okay, for example, I'll show you one record, guys. For example, let me import one data, guys. Right click. You know how to import the data, guys. I'm importing a data, guys. Let us say that I'm importing a data with a name called as, we are having some data called as SNS dataset is there, guys. Let me show you once. Where is that? It is SNS. Yeah, SNS dataset, guys. This dataset contains 30,000 records. It contains, guys. It's not containing just one or two, not a 10 or 100 records, guys. This table is containing 30,000 records. It is containing, guys. Not just one record, guys. 30,000 records are there. Come to the bottom, guys. How many columns are there? 40 columns are there. And there are 999 plus rows are there. See, guys, column profiling is based on 1000 rows only. That means it is taking the first 1000 rows. And based on that only, it is telling you, guys. You do one thing, guys. Click there. You are getting two options are there, guys. Column profiling based on 1000 rows. What is meaning of profiling, guys? Understand, telling how many rows and how many columns are there. Column profiling based on the entire data set. Select the entire data set, guys. Then what you can find it off. Just a minute. It is going to be columns based on the entire data set. You're not getting it. Okay, no worries. It is actually containing around 30,000 records. It is containing, guys. So out of the 30,000 records, if I simply say, I want to keep the first 10 rows, guys. So I said, keep the top, which is going to be 10 rows. Only the first 10 rows it is going to keep. Remaining, it is going to be 29,990 records. It will delete, guys. Total, there are 30,000 records are there, guys. So 30,000 minus 10, it is going to be 29,990 records. It is going to delete, guys. It keeps the first 10 rows. Remaining records, it will delete, guys. So how many records it is deleting does not matter. How many rows you are keeping is only going to the matters, guys. So once again, it is going to keep the top rows, keep the bottom rows, and keep the range of rows. I'm going to delete the step, guys, because I want to show you the example of that. Okay, so like this, guys, either you can pick the first 8 records, then delete the first 3 records, remaining 5 records are left over. And then after that, we can do remaining bottom 5 records. You can do like this, guys. Instead of doing all these things, this is going to be a very simple option, guys. Now the next options is a little bit time-taking process, guys. First, I'll tell you how to keep the errors. What is meaning of an error, guys? Sometimes your errors will come. Basically, sometimes errors will come. Don't worry. Now I'm going to make the errors to come, guys. How to make the errors to come? Very simple technique, guys. It's very simple technique. Practically, whenever we do some calculations, we are going to get some errors, guys. But as of now, we are not doing any calculation. How to make the errors to come, guys? Simple. I'll tell you the example, guys. See there. Go to your source. Okay, here there is 10 is there, right? Make it as TEN 10, guys. Just make it as TEN 10. Okay. There is a name, there is a salary of or employee number of 1004. Just add something like a 1004T. Click on OK. Okay. Observe carefully, guys. What has been happened, you can see, guys. What has been happened, you can see, guys. There is an error. We have got it in this particular department number. And we have got error in the department number. Hope you understand, guys, how why the errors are coming. Because this is actually an integer data type, a numerical data type, but we have entered some string. Here also it is an integer data type. We have gotten entered a string, guys. That's why we have got some errors here, guys. Now, what is my requirement here is, I want to see sometimes, guys, we don't know. See, by looking at, see, there are only 10 rows here. Which row is having the error, which row not having the error, easily we can find it off. But if there are 30,000 records are there, you cannot identify, guys. There is some error may be there. So So how can you find the error here is, guys, observe carefully. I selected a column. You have to select a column, guys. Which column you have selected, it will keep the rows which are having the errors. That means, see there, whenever I selected the option called as keep errors, only the row which is having the error in the department number, only that row it is going to keep. It won't keep this row. See there, department number, I said, which is going to be keep errors. Basically, there are two rows are there, guys. Here one error is there, here one error is there. Two errors are there with us. There are two errors are there with us. But whenever I select a department number and say, which is going to be keep errors, it will keep only the rows which are having the errors, guys. See there, only the row which is having the error. It's a little bit criteria, guys. What is the previous criteria? It is going to be only the keep top 10 rows, keep bottom 10 rows, or a little bit range of rows. But here, it is not based on the first 10 rows, last 10 rows, or the middle 10 rows. What it is, wherever the column is having the empty, that is sorry, error, it is going to keep only those particular rows, guys. See there, guys, only one row it has been got kept. Now again, delete this kept errors. Now this time you select this column, guys, employee number column, and you select the option called as it is keep errors. It is only going to keep only the rows which are having error in the employee number. Sir, department number is also having an error. Why it is not keeping? Because we selected the employee number column, guys. In our previous case, whenever we are talking about the number of rows, whether you select department number, whether you select e-name, whether you select the number of top rows of 5 means, it works in the same way. But keeping these errors are not like that, guys. On which column we have selected, only on that column only it will works. Then you may get a doubt. Sir, if I want to keep the errors both in employee number, for example, guys, e-name is there. Select the e-name, guys, and you say that keep, it is going to be errors. But e-name does not have any errors at all, guys. So if you can see there, the table has been become empty. Why it has become the empty, guys? Because not even a single error is there in that particular column. So remember, guys, keep top rows, keep bottom rows, and keep the range of rows. If they are independent of a column. They are independent of a column, guys. But these are not like that. These are not like that, guys. They are going to be dependent on whatever the column we have been selected. It is going to be the column whatever that has been got selected, guys. Okay. So this is going to be the one which we can see the application what we are going to be gets working with them. Okay. That's it, guys. That is going to be how basically we are going to be gets working with this. Have a look at this, how we are going to be gets working with that. It is going to be, I'm going to remove this once again. Now, for example, sir, I want to get errors in both employee number and department number. Then what we have to do, guys? Both of the errors I want to keep. Simply what you do now, guys, which is going to be nothing but keep errors. We are going to select it, guys. Then if you can see the error in employee number column and error in department number column, both the errors it is going to be maintaining, guys. So sometimes, sir, why do you require them? Meaning that is sometimes whenever we load a larger data sets, guys, whenever we load the larger data sets, what is going to happen series, guys? We don't know which column is having the errors. Then in that cases, what we can do is if we have a doubt, is there any errors in this particular column? Then simply if you select the option called as and keep errors, then we'll come to know about which rows are having the errors, guys. That is what we are going to call it as keep errors concept, what we are going to call it as, guys. That's it, guys. That is going to be keep errors. But how to make the errors to come, guys? Very simple. What you do is, guys, edit your data, guys. In the place of one of the string, you make it as which is going to be 10 or any column, guys. Any numerical column, add some character. If an e-name column, if you add a character, guys, nothing happens. Because they're all already alphabet. So no need of worrying about that. So whenever we have this value or whenever we have this value, then it is going to be the error will come, guys. Okay. So change the data type, then error will come. If you want to rectify the error, guys, what you have to do, either change the data type. You can also rectify the error by another way, guys. You can another way. It has been becoming an integer now. You know how to convert the data type, guys. Change it to text. Your error will be rectified, guys. Your error will be rectified, guys. Come here, change it to which is going to be text. The error will be rectified automatically. Why? Because we have converted into string type of data types. Now there are no errors. Now you ask, keep the errors. Nothing is going to be kept because I don't have any errors at all. So you can handle it, guys. You should know every option, how to handle this. So if I want to make the error to come, convert this into an whole number. Automatically what happens now, guys? Wherever there is a string is there, it will become an error. Convert this into an, which is going to be whole number. It is going to become an error. But if I try to convert this into some date or something like this, guys, try to convert into date, guys. I'm trying to convert that employee numbers into date. See, they are able to convert. Let me convert into which is going to be true or false. Replace the current value. See there, all of them are going to be errors now. All of them are errors, guys. Why? Because we converted them into nothing but a logical. We have got error. If I said keep errors, it will keep all the errors now. Because every row is having an error here now. Here it is only one specific row is having the error. Keep errors. Only that row will contain the errors. For example, if I keep only, which is going to be a selected, only the salary column and a selected option call as keep errors, then automatically nothing is going to kept because they don't have any errors at all. So just try to handle it, guys. Once if you know the concept, you should be in a position to understand them. So this I'm converting into whole number and automatically only one error and only one error. And if you want to rectify the errors, what we have to do there, go back and change this 10 to as usually to 10 and change this 1004 to 1004. Automatically, the errors will be rectified automatically, guys. The errors will be rectified automatically, guys. See there, your error is going to be rectified, guys. Change type. You can see that everything has been changed. So it is an integer. It is also an integer. I don't have any problem with that. Hope all of you understood, guys, how to make the errors to come. So whenever you want to make some errors to come, simply what you can do is, guys, we can just handle in this particular way, guys. That is a basic understanding of this particular application, guys, right? Anybody, guys, any questions? Anyone, guys, any questions? If you have, please clarify them, guys. If you have any doubts, guys, please clarify. Don't hesitate, guys. All of you are fine with this? Okay. So totally we have discussed about 4 options, guys. What are the 4 options, guys? One is going to be keep top rows. See, guys, without opening, see, after opening, I can tell you which options are there. So without opening, I'm telling you, guys. Why? Because I have an experience. If nothing is there, guys, every day I'm going to work on them. Every batch I'm explaining them. So easily I can remember. So even in coming classes also, for example, you should be also in the same position, guys. For example, if I open this number, if you ask me any option, if you open, how many options are there? Can you tell me? For example, there is an extract option is there, guys. If I click on that, there are 6 options will be there. What you can extract? We can extract length. We can extract the first characters. We can extract the last characters. We can extract the range of characters. We can extract the text before the, seven will be there. Before the delimiter, after the delimiter, between the delimiter. The names will be same as it is, guys. Click there and check it out. It is going to be length, first characters, last characters, range, text before delimiter, text after delimiter, text between delimiters. For example, if you click on the standard, how many options are there, guys? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, integer division, modulus, percentage, percentile. Totally, there are going to be 8 options will be there, guys. Check it out if you want. Exactly, I can tell you how many options will be there. Add, multiply, subtract, divide. I didn't give it in correct order, but I can tell you integer divide, modulus, modulo, what is percentage and what is percentile. Percent of, what is percent of it is going to be. Like that. For example, if I click on the rounding, there are 3 options will be there. Round up, round down, round. If you click on the information functions, we'll get 3 options. Is even, is odd, and which is going to be nothing but what is the sign. Totally, there are 3 options are there. Like that, guys. If you ask me anything, for example, click on the format. What options we can see? 7 options are there. I can format into uppercase, lowercase, capitalize the first character of each word, or capitalize each word, and left it to right. Sorry, not left to right. Lowercase to uppercase to lowercase, digit to non-digit, non-digit to digit. Total, there are 7 options are there. Sorry, format option, right? There. Sorry, guys. I just done a wrong way. Format, lowercase, uppercase, I forgot. That is it is capitalize each word, trim, clean, add prefix, add suffix. So I have said about the split columns. Lowercase to uppercase, uppercase to lowercase, digit to non-digit, non-digit to digit. Like that, what options are there? If I click on the date, guys, what options will be there? We are having a number of options are there. So many options are there, guys. So year, we have 3 options are there. Year, what is the start of the year? What is end of the year? Where month is there. Month is there. Month name is there. Number of days in the month. It is start date and what is the start of the month, end of the month. 5 options will be there. In month, there are 5 options are there. In day, we have 6 options are there. Day will be there. Day of the week will be there. Day of the year is there. Day name is there. Start of the day, end of the day. 6 options are there, guys. So how can you remember? Don't by heart it, guys. Don't think that simply if you by heart it, we'll get it. We should know about the navigation. Just the navigation. If you know that, we can handle the application, guys. So how to change the data type? It is our own thinking, guys. See, this is going to be how to make the errors to come. This is a numerical data type. Convert into a nothing but just add some text here now. It will become an error. Or if it is going to be convert into a string type of data type, convert into integer, guys. All of them are going to be errors. Every value will become an error, guys. Not one ename. Every ename is an error now. Why? Because every column, every value is going to be string type of data type. So that is what basically we are going to be talking about. Change the data type. It will automatically work, guys. Now, the next option is going to be, guys, it is going to be the option called as, which is going to be nothing but there is another option called as keep duplicates, guys. This is a little bit, it's not confusion, but carefully we have to do it, guys. Keep duplicates. What is meaning of keep duplicates means, guys? You want to keep the rows which is containing duplicate values. Observe carefully. 10, 20, 30, everything is duplicated, guys. Just for a small timing to understand the concept, let me add this data as 40 and let me make this as a 50, guys, so that you can understand the concept. See, if everything is duplicate, you can't understand anything. So now you see that it is only based on the selected column only, guys. The first 3 options are on the entire table. It is on the entire table, guys. The last 2 options are going to be only on the specific column only it will work, guys. Only on the specific columns only it will work. For example, select the department number and say which is going to be keep duplicates. So the rows which are having the duplicate department number, only those it will keep. Means 10, 20, 30s. 40s and 50s will be deleted, guys. 40s and 50s, sorry. 40s and 50s are going to be deleted, guys. Why 40s and 50s are deleted? Because we are asking to select the option called as keep duplicate. The last 2 records, it will be deleted, guys. See there? The 40 and the 50 record has been got deleted. Remaining 10s, 20s, 30s, it has been kept as it is. This is what we call it as kept duplicates. Now select the salary column. Again, do the same thing. Check it out. Is there any duplicate values are there? What are the duplicate values are there? 4,000 is duplicated. 3,000 is duplicated. 4,000 is also duplicated, guys. Okay, 4,000 is repeated for 3 times. 2,500 is not repeated. 3,500 is also repeated, guys. Okay, then what are the non-duplicate values? 2,500, 2,200, and it is 4,200. Except these 3 values, remaining it will keep, and the remaining records it is going to delete, guys. See there? I selected keep duplicates, guys. When I selected keep duplicate, if you can observe carefully, guys, very clearly we can find out 40 is keeping. Though it is not a duplicate in department number, it is keeping because currently we selected the duplicates only from salary column. See, every value that is displaying here is a duplicate. 4,000 is a duplicate. 3,000 is a duplicate. 3,500 is also duplicate. Now, what is the next concept, guys? For example, if I selected these 2 columns, guys, observe carefully, guys. If I selected both these columns carefully, guys, if I select both these columns and select which is going to be keep duplicates, don't think that like previously when I selected keep errors, sir, the error can be there in either that column or this column, it will keep it. It is not like that, guys. See, guys, whenever I selected the 2 columns, now what are duplicates now? Duplicates means same department. Don't think that 4,000 is duplicated, 4,000 is duplicated. They are not duplicates. I selected 2 columns, guys. 2 columns I selected means it should be nothing but same name, sorry, same salary and same department number is duplicated. What is the other 4,000? It is 4,040. This is not a duplicate record, guys, because salary is the same, but department number is not the same. Another 4,000 is there, guys, but this is also not a duplicate record because salary was same, but department numbers are different. For example, take 3,000, guys. 3,000 department number of 10 and 3,000 department number of 30. They are also not duplicates, guys. 3,500 is duplicated. See this, 3,520 and 3,520. So whenever I see individually, guys, when I selected individual department number, 10, 20, 30s are duplicated. When I selected only salary, 4,000, 3,500, 3,000 is duplicated. But when I select both of them, which one is duplicate? 4,000 is not duplicated, guys, because same salary, but with a different department number. 3,000 is not a duplicate, guys, because same salary, but a different department number. But 3,520, 3,520, that is going to be repeated, guys. Now see there, it will keep only the rows which are having same salary and same department number. Don't think that if the value is duplicate either in department number or either in salary, any one is sufficient. Not any one is sufficient, guys. Both of them are required. Then only it is going to become a duplicate, guys. Okay. Now, can anybody think and tell me, guys? In ename column, if I select, think and tell me, guys. In the ename column, can you tell me, guys, which one is going to be a duplicate value, guys? Anybody? Just check it out and tell me, guys. In ename column, if I select the ename, can you tell me what is the duplicate? What is the value, guys? Anyone, guys?
XYZ is a duplicate in ename.
Okay. XYZ is duplicated. Next, one more. I think PQRS is also duplicated.
Yes.
Yes, fine. For example, if I select both ename and salary, now can you tell me which one is duplicated now? I selected ename and salary. It should be duplicate in both of them. So which value is duplicate now? It is XYZ and 4,000 and XYZ and 4,000. Is it duplicate? Yes. But what about PQRS? PQRS is not a duplicate. Why? Because same ename is there, but we don't have the same salary is not available. So what is meaning of duplicate in multiple columns? Means same ename and same salary. If it is there like that, then it is going to work. Now what I'm going to do now? Simple. I'm going to be selecting this option saying that I'm going to select this option saying that keep which is going to be duplicates. So it will keep only XYZ only, but not the PQRS. Why PQRS is not keeping? Why? Because they have the same names, but they have a different salaries. For example, if I select ename, salary, department number, can anybody tell me, guys, if I select all the three columns, do you have any duplicate values? Do you have any duplicate values here now? That means name should be same, salary should be same, department number should be same. See there, these two people, if you see them, they're having the same ename, same salary, and same department number. But if you see them, sorry, where is other XYZ? This one. If you see them, they are having the same ename, having the same salary, but they're having a different department numbers. So they are not duplicated. Okay, even what about the PQRS? PQRS are having same name, but they have a different department. They have a different, which is going to be the salaries. But they may have if it is going to be 10 department, this is going to be 20 department. Now, if I select all the three columns and say keep which is going to be duplicates, none of the record it is going to keep, guys. Why? Because nothing is going to be duplicated here now. Just an example, if you want to make it understand, I'll do one thing. Just for a small timing, what I will do is XYZ department number is 10. This also will change it to 10 department number, guys. Now, if you see that, whenever we can see there, you can do it, guys. Edit the data and we can do, guys. Now see the data, guys. XYZ 4,000 department number of 10. XYZ 4,000 department number of 10. Both of them are going to be, all the three are the same. Then I'm going to select the option called as keep duplicates. If you can see, it is keeping the duplicate value. See there, ename, salary, department number, all the three are going to be the same, guys. This is what basically we can call it as the options, guys. So see there, keep top rows, keep bottom rows, keep range of rows. all these are going to be nothing but what we can see is, guys, what we can see is they are going to be nothing but what we can see is, guys, it is going to be the one which we can see. They are based on the number of rows. But keep duplicates and keep errors are not based on the number of rows. It is nothing but based on the columns which is having the errors and based on the columns which is having the duplicates, guys. Same as it is. If you can understand, remove the rows also the same technique, guys. Not that much difference is there. Slightly there is a difference is there, guys. Slight difference is there. So which I have to explain. So remove top rows is same, guys. Remove bottom rows is same as it is. Remove the errors is also same concept. What is meaning of remove errors? In the elder case, keep errors. Keep the rows which are having the errors. Remove errors. Remove the rows which are having the errors. That's it. That is what we call it as remove errors. Okay, but slightly different, guys. This remove the blank rows. What is removing of blank rows? If a row contains any blank values, we have to remove that particular rows. Remove duplicates. Whatever the duplicates are there, you understand, remove duplicates. But which duplicates are getting removed, I have to show the application. It's a little bit different, guys. Remove alternate rows. That is going to be the one thing what we have to discuss. Okay, so just it takes a little bit time, guys. So I'm not going to take for today. I'm not extending for today, guys. I thought of I can extend it, but already from last 1 hour, 1.5 hour, I'm taking continuous classes. So I cannot take any more classes. I cannot extend it. I'll do one thing, guys. Maybe next Saturday or something like that. Again, I'll take an extra class. You can also get it from the videos. It is already there in the videos, guys. It is already there in the videos. You can learn it from the videos, guys. Or in the next Saturday, I'll take this particular remaining, whatever the leftover topics are there. I will take it in the next Saturday. I'll take it, guys. Okay. So don't worry. You can also learn it from the recordings also. In the recording videos, it was there. You can check with the recording or else. So in the next week, again, I'm going to take an extra class like this and I will cover up the remaining topics, guys. Okay. Fine, all of you guys.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you for today, guys. So Monday, as usual, at 9:30, guys, as usually, and we'll continue the regular class. Thanks, all of you guys.
Thank you.